up, everybody? Welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. Anderson is in the house, and we're running through the South Carolina beers that Wayne sent us from Wayne's Beer Delivery. So if you haven't checked out his channel, go do so. He's got some really cool beers. Highlights a lot of southern stuff that I don't ever see up here. So, if you want to learn a little more about what's out there other than California, Colorado, Michigan, and Ohio, the big brewing states, check him out. He's got some cool stuff going on his channel. The second beer that we have today is going to be How Do You Spell Boujee? Now, bougie is a term that Anderson is well acquainted with, as he's very bougie. He has, if you watch your videos, I think I called you bougie about 50 times.
You definitely have.
He's a member of the Rare Beer Club, which is only for the elite. So I'd imagine, the upper echelon, the folks that were invited to the Obama birthday party, and Anderson, or the rich folks, they get these very fancy beers. And now we have a bougie beer.
But I can't hold a candle to Don from Don's Beer Reviews. That dude gets a package of beer.
Listen, we're not worthy, Don. We are not worthy, my brother. You have so many beers. I don't even know where you sleep in your house, because I think there's just boxes of beer everywhere throughout the place. It's got to be an amazing place, dude. It's like,
as soon as this pandemic's over, we got to fly over there and drink some of his beers.
Definitely. Santa's Workshop. We're coming, dude. You've got all those beers. We definitely got to come and visit, my man. Anyway, so the beer we have, like I said, is How Do You Spell Boujee? And apparently there are a number of different variants on this beer. This one here is with Cara Cara oranges and Meyer lemons. So that's pretty interesting. It looks like it has a date there. It says like 20. I can't see. I'm blinded by the phone. This is from Liability Brewing Company. They're out of Greenville, South Carolina, and it's a fruited sour ale, essentially. I don't know that I know much about Meyer lemons. Do you? I've heard of them.
No, I don't know.
I don't know what makes it different than a regular lemon.
I'm not a connoisseur of lemons.
Nor am I. Cara Cara oranges. I do know what I have had those before, but I've heard of Meyer lemons. I think they use them in cooking and stuff, but I'm not sure, how it kind of varies from.
I'm not a chef either, so.
Fair enough. He has very limited value.
If it's yellow, it's a lemon.
No, I reviewed a beer today, and they had these. They were limes from the Philippines. Some people call them lemons. Some people call them limes. I was looking at different pictures online, and some of them were actually like green, but then looked like a lemon inside, but like a lime on the outside. It was a really strange fruit. I guess it was, again, exclusively from the Philippines, but I'd never heard of it until earlier on.
I've never heard of it either, but calling it a lemon or calling it a lime could be some translational thing between Filipino and English.
Maybe. I don't know, man. Well, I told you, like they said, some people were calling it either or, so I don't know, maybe something's lost in translation, or it could be because of the way they looked.
But it wasn't a Meyer lemon.
No, it wasn't. So I'm going down the wrong path here. So anyway, I don't know.
Let's talk about beer, not lemons.
All right, fair enough. So again, we'd say what this is: 5.5% ABV, untapped at a 3.63. Beer Advocate, no reference. And I kind of enjoy when we get beers like that, because it means it's not something that 10,000 people have had.
Are you going to pay attention to the measuring line this time?
I'm not going to screw it up this time, hopefully. Let's see.
You know what's worse than how bad I'm sweating?
What? How bad I'm sweating when I lean against you?
That while we were doing this, I think something bit my foot. So it's definitely like a swamp. We have insects flying everywhere. And we're sweating
I got
buckets.
the mosquito repellent thing on over here, but I don't think it's working as much. All right, let's check these out. Color, kind of golden, hazy. Can't really see through it. No real carbonation to speak of at all. No head, really.
No head.
I mean, again, though, on sour ales, you don't really get head that frequently on the sour, so that's not a big surprise.
Did you not read the can?
What did it say?
Basically, King making Bono kiss the ring, my Segway rims bling.
That's the incoherent ramblings of a madman is what that sounds like.
It's also a little hard to read in this lighting.
I think I actually tried to read it when I did the unboxing, and I was like, I have no idea what the hell they're going for with that one. I guess maybe it means something, but whatever. Smell?
Not much of a smell.
No. I honestly, I thought you'd pick up like some maybe big orange or lemon or something. But it's kind of just like vaguely fruity.
Barely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of odd. Not much of a smell at all to it.
Slight hints of fruit if you use your imagination.
Yeah, like if you know it's there and you're looking for it, it smells like fruit, but it doesn't really smell funky or sour at all either.
No.
All right, man, let's see what happens. Cheers, Wayne. Thanks for the beer, my brother.
Yeah, thank you very much again.
fruitiness.
But there's definitely some lemony souring on the, or lemony tartness on the back end.
Well, you know what's funny? Like when you first drink it, you don't really pick up a whole lot, and then you kind of get like the lip pucker, like you get the lemon.
I was gonna say it's not even as much of a lip pucker as like a tongue pucker almost. Like
yeah, like the roof of your mouth and your tongue kind of
Yeah.
thing going on, which is kind of odd. It's nice. I mean, you definitely pick up the lemon. The orange is light. I don't think you pick up the orange as much as I had expected.
no, not at all. The orange is not strong at all. I mean, it's there, but it's very, very subtle.
Would you say tart or sour on this? I would probably say more on the tart side.
It's tart.
Yeah. And again, this is an ongoing battle that I have. Tart and sour are distinct things, and I think this is probably more on the tart side. But you do pick up the lemon, and you know that it's there. I did a beer earlier today, I think, that one that I did from New Belgium, and it was supposed to be a sour, and there was no trace of sour or even really tartness. It was like slightly tart from the lime or whatever was in it, but
Sounds like New Belgium's dropping the ball lately.
Man, I loved them years ago. Fat Tire, as I say all the time, was probably one of my go-to beers for a long time. And then as you started seeing more options, I kind of turned away and drank more kind of regional stuff, and they fell off to the side. But the stuff I've had lately, I don't know. I mean, maybe other places are just getting better, and you kind of realize, oh, maybe they're not as great as I thought they were.
Maybe.
Or maybe they've fallen off. I don't know, man. They just...
But the other thing could be with like Fat Tires, the same thing with Yingling. When you couldn't get it, it was great, but once you could get it all the time, you just kind of stopped drinking it.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess it's like anything, right? The rarer it is, the harder to find, the more desirable. But yeah, it's an odd one. This is pretty solid. I would say this: it's not like a huge sour, but you know that it's there, that tartness. You do pick up the fruit. I will say this: I think the lemon is a lot more dominant than the orange, though. But you do pick up the orange, kind of balances a little bit. It's not a bad sour at all. What are your thoughts on it overall?
I mean, maybe this is the heat and the swamp we're sitting in tonight, but I think right now this would be good over some ice.
It would. You know what? It almost has like a mixed drink taste to it or something, doesn't it? Like if you were getting something at the bar, some kind of like something with some sour mix in it and something like that, some triple sec or something, and some lemon vodka or something like that. I mean, it wouldn't be bad.
Or even almost reminiscent of like a fair lemonade.
Yeah. It's pretty decent beer. I guess for me, I would say it's getting a thumbs up. What do you think?
Absolutely a thumbs up.
Yeah. So how do you spell Boujee? And this is the Cara Cara orange and Meyer lemon variant. Interesting beer. Thrilled to be able to try it. Thanks again, Wayne, for the hookup, for sending these out. Always excited to try new beers from places that I don't really have access to their brews. So, pretty excited to check this out. Hey, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. If you've had any other beers from Liability Brewing out of Greenville, South Carolina, let me know what ones we should be on the lookout for. Hey, till next time. Cheers.